Let's take it straight to Trevor Ault now. He's been on this story from the very beginning as well. So, Trevor, I guess folks are trying to figure out how these images have now suddenly appeared when we thought at the very beginning that the cameras were taken, disabled, and that there weren't any images. If we go back to the very first press conference, and correct me if I'm wrong, it sounded like no video had been recorded and that the chance of getting any images was basically slim to none.
Yes, that was our understanding, Kira. So from the very beginning, we learned that there were cameras at this home, which gave everyone some hope that we would get to see what was going on. Then it seemed it was taking some time to get the images. Then they essentially said that the Guthrie family didn't have a subscription with Google Nest. That's who owns these surveillance companies. And so then while they do take some of the footage, it would be deleted very quickly. They were trying to get it recovered. We know the FBI brought in, as part of their task force, experts in data recovery. And it got to the point where it looked like these images were lost. Now, we don't know 100% how they were able to obtain them or recover them. A warrant does seem very likely. As you can imagine, often surveillance companies are not quick to hand over images or footage after they have told you we're deleting it inside your own home after it is taken. But in this instance, I think you could understand why a judge might say, no, this is relevant to be able to pull this kind of footage. Now, as far as the semantics on whether or not the FBI and Pima County Sheriff's Office in their official statements are calling this a suspect, no, they're not using that language. I can tell you a source who is very familiar with this investigation told me ahead of the release, when we were expecting these images, I referred to it as showing a potential suspect, and they said that that was fair language. So at this point, what we all know it to be obvious, this is a person who appears to be on camera tampering with these cameras the night that Nancy Guthrie is believed to have been taken from her home. I think it's obvious to everyone that this is very possibly someone who was directly involved in the case. This is also, of course, we know this is the first major breakthrough. It's also the first piece of concrete evidence that we have to go off of. For the past 9 days or so, the driving force that we've seen in terms of how investigators have been speaking publicly and how the family has been speaking publicly has been in response to unverified ransom notes, a pair of them which were sent out to media organizations. Those have never been confirmed to be real. It's possible that they are, but it's also possible that they are not. We saw, though, the Guthrie family speaking directly to any potential captors, talking about being willing to pay, anything like that. I think, of course, it speaks to their grief. It speaks to their willingness to try to get information, but it also possibly speaks to their desperation in an investigation that, to that point, had turned up basically nothing. And what I was hearing from investigators through this entire thing is they are chasing down hundreds of leads. They're begging the public for information, but they repeatedly were hitting dead end after dead end after dead end. To get this development now with these still images that they can immediately send out around the world is going to substantially bolster their plea to the public to be on the lookout for information. Because now when you say, hey, we're needing information that's going to help Nancy Guthrie, you can show them something tangible to hang on to, as opposed to if you saw something strange somewhere, anywhere in America, or maybe in Mexico, or maybe beyond it. That is a very broad net to cast. This at least can focus the public in a specific direction. The problem, of course, now is we're 9 days after Nancy Guthrie was taken. That is a 9-day head start for the person who took her. If this is the person in these images who did it, they could be anywhere at this point. But of course, this is an immense development in this case. It could be extremely helpful for investigators and the general public in trying to find wherever Nancy Guthrie is.
Great reporting, Trevor. Thank you so much.